Alrighty, hello everyone, it's Silver Kyle here, and today I'm going to be going over my top 10 most anticipated games for 2014. Now, this is a little bit different because before, we used to know like years ahead of time, or at least a year ahead of time. When the year started, you would know what was going to be released that year. But now, it's like we only know the first 6 months and not the last 6 months. And the fall season is always the busiest season, and we don't really know a lot of games that are coming out at that point. So, I think that this is really my top 10 of the first 6 months of the year, and then post E3, I'll do another top 10. So, as it stands right now for the games that I know that are coming out in 2014, number 10, we have Donkey Kong Country Returns Tropical Freeze. Now, the first one, the Donkey Kong Country Returns, isn't as good as the originals, but I still did enjoy them, especially on the 3DS, and I hope that this one kind of plays more like the 3DS game does. They were kind of like the same thing, but the actual buttons, instead of doing the Wii remote stuff where you had to wiggle for specific moves, I just didn't particularly like that, and I hope that the Wii U doesn't have that. Even if I have to use the Wii U controller, I'm fine with that. That's fine with me. But the game looks really good in 1080p and just an awesome platformer. Number 9 would be Metal Gear Solid 5. Now, I haven't played all the Metal Gear, so that's probably why this game isn't higher on the list, but I would say out of all the games that I've seen for trailers for next-gen games, or now, I guess current-gen now, but for the PS4 and Xbox One, this has to be the best-looking one. It just looks so realistic compared to other games. It's still not the biggest leap that we've ever seen, but so far, out of every game that I've seen, this one by far looks the best, and I can't wait to play. Also, Kiefer Sutherland being the voice of Snake. Perfect choice for voice acting right there, if they had to choose somebody to replace Snake's voice. Number 8 would be Tales of Xillia 2. Tales of Xillia was my first Tales game, and I really enjoyed it, and a sequel to that with a lot of the characters returning will be my cup of tea. And a lot of these are going to be RPGs, just letting you all know. Next one would be number 7, Harvest Moon, Linking the New World. Now, Harvest Moon is probably not a game that a lot of people are looking forward to, but I love that series, and this game really looks like they're going in a little bit of a different direction, so it'll feel a little bit more fresh. Like, you can swim in this game apparently, like actually not just like, certain events, like you can actually swim throughout the game. You're also importing and exporting to different places and different zones, and I think that's really interesting, and there's a lot more animals in a safari, so very interested in seeing how different and new and original this Harvest Moon will be. Next up is number 6, which would be Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U and 3DS. I'm looking more forward to the 3DS version just because we've never had a Super Smash Bros. On handheld before, and I've been wanting this ever since Super Smash Bros. 64. I was like, man, that would be awesome to play on, like, at the time, the Game Boy Color, I think. Obviously, that would not have been possible, but I think the DS could have, nah, probably not, but the 3DS is the perfect one to do it, and I cannot wait to play it on the 3DS, but I will be picking it up for the Wii U as well. Although, considering it's a new Super Smash Bros. And they've only had, 3 before this, I thought that this would have been a little bit higher on my list. I'm just not there yet. I guess maybe more trailers ahead, like later on, as the date gets closer, might bring my hype up a little bit, but I'm just not as hyped as I thought I would be. Number 5 would be the only real shooter here that's like a first-person shooter. Because shooters, unless it's a property that I know of, like for example like Halo or Resistance, I just don't get really excited for them because they're all kind of like the same thing. It's just an oversaturated market of first-person shooters, mostly because of Call of Duty. They're hard to get into, whereas Titanfall, they've switched it up enough that it looks like it's a fresh take on first-person shooters, because you can kind of like glide from wall to wall, and that looks different and new. You also have like the option of going into mechs, but you can also battle things in a first-person stance as well, just with like a regular gun. So I like that, and it looks like it might be the true reason of getting an Xbox One, and if I do get one this year, it'll be because of that game. Next up will be number 4. Which is a game that I was really looking forward to when the PlayStation 4 was launched, and that was Watch Dogs. But it got delayed, and it was released, or it was going to be released this year. And this is once again another game that's a third-person game, where it's a sandbox game, and it's integrating so much like technology, like it's so like Big Brother is going on, and it depends on, I don't know, it just looks so out there with you're using technology, and you have to try to figure out, who's after you, and you have a phone and you can have access to anything that has technology, and it's just really integrating that, and I think that that's really cool and a different concept, so I'm really looking forward to that game. Next up, number 3 is Mario Kart 8, and I think that Out of all the games for the Wii U, I thought that Super Mario 3D World was going to be the one that really sold the Wii U, but it wasn't. And now I'm starting to like get a little bit anxious and nervous for Nintendo, but I think that if anything, if Super Mario 3D World didn't do it, Mario Kart 8 is probably going to be the one, because Mario Kart for the Wii sold amazingly well. Like, I think over 20 million. Like, that's insane for a solo game that is like on one system only. That is a lot of sales, and I hope that Mario Kart 8 does this for the Wii U. Next up would be number 2, and that would be Bravely Default for the 3DS. Like I said, RPGs are going to be like one of the main things that I'm looking forward to, and Bravely Default, my goodness, a Square game on the 3DS that's not Final Fantasy, and I cannot wait for this game. Like, it's coming out in February, and I cannot wait. It's probably because it's so close, that's why I'm looking forward to it, but I'm salivating at the mouth just thinking of it. And last but not least is the last game, which is just called X. It's an RPG for the Wii U, coming out from the creators of Xenoblade, and I think it's a sequel to that. It just looks amazing. Like, it looks like a Xenoblade kind of seemed like an MMO single player game, but X just seems like it took that to another level with better graphics, 1080p, with mechs, and it's just, I cannot wait to play this game. I'm so psyched for this game, and I really feel bad because I still don't have Xenoblade Chronicles, so I have to pick that game up before this game is released, and at least play that game before I go on to X. So I would like to know what everybody else is looking forward to. Do you agree with my list? What are you looking forward to? Because it's only opinion based, so I mean, you don't have to agree with my list. But if you think that I have a good list and you're looking forward to a lot of these games, but also I want to hear what you're all looking forward to. So thank you for watching. You've been Bearded in Beardage.